First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory, honor to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Bashim Kapardash. I want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS that ruleth well, that inspire us, the leaders that ruleth well. And I want to say peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, to the saints that are men, and to the Akraf that's listening and tuning in. This is Deuteronomy 22, and starting at 13 and down. Salaki. It says laws concerning sexual purity. Or Salaki. Laws concerning sex and marriage. And it says some, things that were and that we kept when we were in our right mind. But in this captivity, we have completely lost our way of proper order and discipline and direction. We not knowing who we are, and we not knowing, what we're supposed to be doing here. Because ultimately, you're supposed to be making your body a living sacrifice to Yahweh Bashar Yahushua. Everybody has this whole notion, their purpose and, their what they ought to do, their happiness, and they want to be supposed to be rich and happy 24/7. You get what I'm saying. I have a video that actually has something to do with this chick talking about she wanted to be happy, so she basically forsook her children and her husband to, I think, move to California. And we all know what goes down in California, Hollywood. But Deuteronomy 22 and 13. So there's certain things that that took place amongst our dwelling quarters when we were in our land, in laws, statute, commandments that the Lord told us to keep. So it says, suppose a man marries a young woman and later he decides he doesn't want her. So just like, for instance, today, right? You have Jake that I'm gonna just use this explanation. You have a Jake because the whole mindset today is screw, fuck like rabbits, fuck, because ultimately we've been sexualized as a nation due to the inhabitants of the so-called white man. So you'll have a Jake that might be a little bit older. You might have an 18-year-old little girl, because we're going to use how you say proper term, because in this society you have to go by the laws of the land. So you have a 18-year-old girl, or certain states are different, but you have an 18-year-old girl, and you might have a Jake that might be in his late 20s or 30s, and also some cases 17. We've seen it, but this is just going to be an example. You might have a 30-year-old that might mess with an 18-year-old, and then he messes with her, lie down with her, and then he just leaves her. Basically leaves her to be fend for herself. Well, a man is not supposed to do that, and not even especially. Ultimately, it's not supposed to happen. If the girl's a virgin, you're not supposed to lie down with a girl that's a virgin, and then just basically forsake her. One thing that our people have failed to realize, when it comes to sex, you and a woman become one. That's why the scripture talks about it shouldn't be a sodomite, no sodomite or whoredom amongst Israel. And it tells you in the scripture that, when you lie down with a woman, you become one. Because kids and children come from that. And that's how you say intimate moment. But how the way Esau has um, sexual over sexualized our people, a lot of our people just take it as a use of just pleasure and don't see the importance of it. So suppose a man marries a young woman and later he decides he doesn't want her, so he makes up false charges against her. You know how Jake get accusing her of not being a virgin when they got married, especially today. I mean, damn, the rap music has a lot to do with rap music and reggaeton. Rap music and reggaeton has a lot to do with the dysfunction of a lot of Israelites. So it says if this happens, the young woman's parents are to take the blood-stained wedding sheet, because really, um, the father is supposed to give the daughter to the man. Yes, it was arranged marriages back in the day. Yeah, I know it's very hard to believe because, you know, the conditions that we've been brought up under. You know, it's been basically a fuck fest. So it says, when a father gave his daughter to a man, and this was back during a time where it won't no baby rods. Men were hung. So it says, so when he went into her, oh yeah, it would have been is made known. So her father will say to them, Slaki, blood-stained wedding sheet that proves she was a virgin, and they are to show it in court to the town leaders. Her father will say to them, I gave my daughter to this man in marriage, and now he doesn't want her. He has made false charges against her, saying that she was not a virgin when he married her. But here is the proof that my daughter was a virgin. Look at the bloodstains on the wedding sheet. Because, it's scriptures tells you that, when you marry thy daughter, that is a very weighty matter. The scripture tells you that man loses sleep, roughly paraphrasing, thinking on, his daughter. Ultimately, a man knows how to judge and pick a man best suited for his daughter and ultimately to his liking. It says, then the town leaders are to take the husband and beat him. There was some violence. Yes, the scripture is violent. They are also to fine him 100 pieces of silver and give the money to the young woman's father, because the man has brought disgrace on the Israelite woman. See that? Moreover, she will continue to be his wife. So you can't just pass and dash and smash, or whatever, how you want to call it. And he can never divorce her as long as he lives, because like a lot of things are being brought out to this today that if a woman has more than one rod in them, they go fucking completely nuts. And that's why you have a lot of these women now, they're just unbearable, and a lot of them just gonna have to be put to death because they done had too many rods, they done had too many seen wild, they done had too many wild how you say it, nights. You know what I'm saying. These women have just been out there. They're fucked out. They just seen too much. And they done seen the worst of men to the point where, it's hard for them to really trust men anymore. So a lot of them, what they do, they go against the order of a woman. And they either go gay or they have this disdain for men, and they want to really just turn men out and use them for whatever. And a lot of these women, especially started with the so-called black woman, she pretty much operates in a state of dysfunction. So she goes out seeking who she can destroy, what man that she can destroy or use. So it says, so yeah, here it is. You try to lie to get out of a situation, but now you wasn't supposed to divorce her. So verse 20, but if the charge is true, and there is no proof that she was a virgin, then they are to take her out to the entrance of her father's house, where the men of her city are to stone her to death. Hey, they go some more violence. So her own father was supposed to, you know, sit there and take that. You know, it was very, you know, sex and marriage is one of the most important things, because it can be very detrimental to the mind. You know, a lot of men lose their wits behind women. I mean, just read Sirach 25 and 26. And when these women are not properly guided and brought up, they become very evil. Like the scripture says, is no more wicked than the wickedness of a woman. So it says, she has done a shameful thing among our people by having intercourse before she was married. You see that? Hey, but the thing today with the so-called black woman and Hispanic Latino woman is, hey, sex, and sex. Fuck. Use what your mother gave you while she was still living in her father's house. So you're not supposed to be out there and, you know, making that, what's some song? Twerk, back that thing up, make that ass clap. And, you know, you had Trina, your little Kim, your Freakniks. What's that? Khalees. What's that bitch name? My neck, my back. What's some other song? Oh man, fucking reggaeton songs, man. That was, man. But you get what I'm saying. So it says, in this way you will get rid of this evil. So the Lord Yahweh deems it evil. And see, this is why the dysfunction of Israel today is evident, you know. Women are fucked up. Men are fucked up. Look at the dude, it's in prison in these Bibles. Yeah, a lot of men are in prison because of these women, you know. I think I'm gonna just go through quick on this one. So, if a man is caught having intercourse with another man's wife, both of them are to be put to death, violence. In this way, you will get rid of this evil. Adultery is number one. Rap songs promote that heavy. Reggaeton promotes that heavy. You know, they lead with the opening song as those words. Fuck your bitch, fuck your baby mother, etc. Suppose a man in court in town having intercourse with a young woman who is engaged to someone else. You know, rappers always talk about that. Yeah, I come into town and fuck your bitch, or fuck your woman. You know. They say you ought to take them outside the town and stone them to death. Violence. She is to die because she did not cry out for help. Although she was in town. Hey, a lot of these girls, they go, you know, man, you know, we all know what's going on. We all know what's going on. I don't have to sit there and say 1,000 words. Where she could have been heard. And the man is to die because he had intercourse with someone who was engaged. In this way, you will get rid of this evil. A lot of reasons why Jake is fucked up is because look at the Italians. A lot of things happened to break them down. Was of a lot of those men of the Italian mobsters, they were screwing with each other's wives. So Esau was able to ultimately bring them down in that use of man of two. give them, long jail sentences, and then a lot of those dudes were scumbags and going behind their different bosses back, etc. And screwing their women, which caused a lot of disdain. But ultimately, as a whole, that this is the reason why a lot of dysfunction is evident and prevalent in so-called blacks, Hispanic, Latino neighborhoods where they dwell, the place that they dwell. Suppose a man out in the countryside rapes a young woman who is engaged to someone else. See that? So if this happens, then only the man is to be put to death. Nothing is to be done to the woman. Violence. Because she has not committed a sin worthy of death. This case is the same as when one man attacks another man and murders him. See that? So if another man attacks another man and you murdered him, yeah, nigga, you gotta go. You're not going to jail and serve no 25 years life to prison. Nah, nigga, you gotta go. You're gonna die. So it says the man raped the engaged woman in the countryside, and although she cried for help, there was no one to help her. So suppose a man is caught raping a young woman who is not engaged. So say, she was single, right? So, oh no, you're still not getting off, brother. So it said he is to pay her father the bride price of 50 pieces of silver, and she is to become his wife. See that? Man, nigga, you're not just gonna go around slamming putting a rod up in a woman, and then you're just gonna walk off and just nah, it doesn't work like that. These were laws put in place for situations like this, because ultimately, again, it goes back to the scriptures. It's not supposed to be no whores amongst the women of Israel, or no sodomites amongst the children of Israel, the men or women. But if you rape a woman and and a man just, oh man, fuck that bitch, yeah, I got my joint, I got myself off. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's a lot of women that's been touched at young ages. I've actually personally known a couple of chicks, and yeah, it clearly shows it is a big difference. It is a big difference. A lot of those women that's out there that are prostitutes and escorts, if they really open up to you, they'll tell you, somebody down the line, their uncles or somebody, touched them or molested them. But so it said he can never divorce her as long as he lives. And another thing, verse 30, no man is to disgrace his father by having intercourse with any of his father's wives. But that's pretty much it. Lord's way, you was edified. And with that, I'm saying shalom.